You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it turnpike miles. Yeah, it's Google signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Jan Ludis, and I'm glad that you're here. Because our goal today is to help you take your stress away. With each Once a Week message we release, our goal is to help you dive deep, to understand new concepts, and bring you the tips necessary to help change things in a big way for yourself. And this message today is going to be a major piece to all of that. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss a once a week message that's coming at you every single Sunday. But for today, the number one struggle for each and every single one of us, every single person on this entire planet, is our stress levels. With everything going on in society and in every single country, and then what might be going on in our own specific lives, stress is becoming more and more the norm. Many of you listening right now probably can agree to that in some regards, but the majority are in a constant fight or flight battle every single second. And the results are so much more detrimental than we all think, which is why we need to address it now. And I hope this message does that for you. Because stress has become so much of the norm for all of us that many of us don't even know how to live in a world without it. Always on the go, go, go. Always rushing to the next event or the next deadline. Never being able to take a second for yourself. Why is that? What switched to cause us to put everything else ahead of ourselves? Was it societal changes, personal changes, schedule changes? Each person listening right now will have a different answer for that question, but the common denominator is that we get to a place where the schedule runs our lives instead of ourselves. And I've had a few clients come in recently and they described to me how they know they need to get back to a place where they can relax. But with the go, go, go of the schedule, how? How can you? And what we all need to come to understand is that as much as the schedule can be go, go, go at times, you can't keep that process going for too long without seeing something fall off. We've all been trained, and many of us hardwired in a way from when we were kids to put work and all other areas ahead of ourselves, to constantly be on the chase of some dream, of some goal, of some money aspect, whatever it is, rather than take a step back and give yourself a moment to rest so you can finish the race that you're pursuing with the right energy. And these habits we form in the process of that, the patterns that we form over time, end up becoming the struggle. Because we begin to build habits that cause us to live in that stress. When we are consistently doing something over and over again, we send a message to our brain to hardwire it in as the norm. And then when our focus, our emotions, our actions, and our thoughts are all built around stress, because what we've known for so long, one, it feels normal to live that way, right? But two, the effects of that start to come because we can't live that way for too long. There's a reason why today anxiety is so common in the world. And there's a reason why mental health is more of a need area than it ever has been, and rightfully so. But there's also a reason behind our physical health and the ailments that tend to just pop up for us. And it all points to the stress that we live on a constant basis every single moment. Stress sends messages throughout the body and the brain, Internally, it causes our bodies to overwork and to exert more and more energy to try and regulate the stress levels. But the body wasn't built to do that over and over and over again constantly. So it can only put up that fight for so long until it needs to rest and recover. But when it can't exert that energy anymore, that's when we see the signs of it externally, like in our health or in exhaustion. Our bodies have no more energy to keep everything running at that normal level it's been trying to for so long. But since that becomes the habit for all of us because we are trained to be on the go, go, go constantly, we become so wired for it that doing anything else just seems off. The best thing we can do for ourselves in those moments is to take a step back and relax. But for many, that either causes more stress because you then feel like you need to be doing something when you aren't, or you can't sit still long enough to relax because the habit is so hardwired in, it feels weird to change it. We hardwire ourselves to stress, and until we break that pattern, we are constantly sending messages to every aspect of our body to then live in stress, which is not sustainable. We got to be able to take that step back. That's why when someone is open to it in a session, we dive into meditation, because that is truly stopping everything outside of yourself and giving yourself time to finally rest, even if it's 5 minutes. But what that does is it starts a new pattern. It creates a new focus point to change your energy and your emotion. And over time of making that a consistent habit, you begin to see stress fade away. But you also see life begin to improve, and you start to just enjoy it on a new level again. Because you are in charge of where your life goes. Your schedule isn't in charge of you anymore at that point. That's you living life on your own terms, and that's you taking your power back because you're deciding for you what will be next. We emphasize so many key points over the years on once a week, but your focus point dictates so much for you. It dictates the emotion that you feel, the energy that you feel and you put out there. And it dictates the decisions that you make for yourself. But if your focus, your energy, and your decisions are all based off of everything outside of yourself because of the stress of the schedule and the go, 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 are you really living your life for you or for the schedule? If we allow that hardwired process of living in stress to continue to be the norm, or the more we put ourselves on the back burner, the more we allow that fight or flight to continue, we need to start a new habit at that point. We need to make a new decision right now for ourselves. And what better decision could you make for yourself than putting yourself first, right? To give yourself 5 minutes a day, to rest, to meditate if you're open to it, could start a whole new pattern which breathes life back into you. It's not exhausting the life out of you. Stress affects all of us differently, but how we choose to live our lives dictates how much stress we feel. I've seen the effects of a life lived in stress on so many people. I've seen how the body breaks down because of living in high stress levels for so long. And I've seen how the brain overly activates when it's in a constant fight or flight. All of these areas over time become detrimental. It creates struggle. If we all could stop that by giving time back to ourselves and putting the stress down for even a moment, you can't even imagine, guys, you can't even imagine how great that part of life can be. But nothing happens, nothing changes until we do. We need to see the struggle for ourselves and then make a new decision to create a new habit, a new pattern, to erase the one of stress and create a new one that allows you to enjoy life on just a whole new level, and even a whole new level again that you haven't seen for a while. How could you not give that a try? Guys, think about it. Do you want to live with all this stress? Or you want to put it down for a while and not even bother picking it up again? Think on that. I'm going to close it out, guys, because living in stress is becoming too common for all of us, and it has been for a while. But that's not how life was meant to be. If we only have power to decide on what we do for ourselves before anything else, make sure that decision is one that builds you up and gives back to you, that breathes life back to you. Give time back to yourself to change that pattern up so this isn't the norm anymore. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like this message on YouTube and hit that thumbs up button. Share this message to someone who you feel needs to hear it and start to put an end to that stress for them as well. And guys, please subscribe to Once a Week if you haven't already. And if you or anyone you know is in need of a life coach who can help you step into these less stressful areas and change up those habits of stress and those patterns of stress, guys, I'm here for you. Head to BillyGLifeCoaching.com and set up a free call with me. I'm right there for you. And lastly, guys, please check out our Mindset Mastery course where you can learn all of these key areas to put an end to this stress for yourself on your own time. It's all right there for you. I have no doubt in my mind that that course can be your tool to create so much more for you in this life. Give it a shot. You can find the link in the description of this video. Guys, erase the stress. Start a new pattern, start a new habit. You decide right now as this video ends, change it up. Take it and run with it. I'm going to see you guys next week.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, guarding a fan.